Hey, Jason here, and welcome to today's Money Mindset Study Session. Yes, we are doing this a little bit early today. Starting to get back into the groove, but also as I'm reading these scrolls to you, I'm actually applying this stuff to my life also. This isn't just about, oh, do as I say. This is showing you that I am taking the actions too. And one of the things that I'm starting to do is rebuild my habits. I am exchanging weaker habits for stronger habits. So and I'm just share with you some of the habits that I'm doing before we get into scroll 10, because I did get a couple of DMs asking me, hey, what are some of the habits that you're doing? And so I'm changing four main habits right now. And remember, my main focus is always happiness, health, and wealth. And so one of my first habit that I'm actually starting to introduce is it is starting to get up before the sunrise. I mean, and yeah, I don't have to work. I don't have to do all this. Yes, I can easily sleep in and still get things done in the day. But there is something about if you beat the sun up and you're actually getting yourself into the vibration. Some like to say, and this is from Reverend Ike's teaching, that when you actually get up and start your prayers before the day starts, before the sun rises, because it's a lot quieter, it's a lot more still. It is a lot easier to get into the vibration of proper prayer. And so that's one of the things that I do. So when I get up, I try to get up, I start a 6-minute prayer. And then I go into about a 10 to 20-minute gratitude meditation where I'm really getting myself attuned to the vibration I want to be at. And all I'm doing my 10, 20-minute gratitude meditation, all I'm doing is saying over and over again, I am happy, I am healthy, I am wealthy. Hey, how you doing, Cassius? How you doing, Aura? How's everybody doing? Let me know where you're coming in from as you're coming in. How you doing, Alice? And then the second habit that I'm actually changing is focused on my health. So I'm doing 100 skips every morning when I get up. And then the third one goes along with that too on my health is I'm eating raw salad, raw cabbage every single day. So what I have every day I have a big bowl of raw cabbage chopped up, put some peppers in there, onions, tomatoes, cucumbers. And then I just put salt and pepper and lemon juice. And I eat on that all day. It's just to do one thing that is going to be prioritizing my health. And one of the healthiest things you can do is eat raw foods. And then what was that? Oh, sorry, I thought I saw something coming in through the door. Trying to make sure no snakes or nothing coming in. Oh, that feels good. And then the next habit that I'm changing is I'm starting to get more focused on how I'm priming myself to start the day. What I mean by priming myself is when you start your day, what is the first thing you do? Most of us, the first thing we do, we reach to our phone, we may go to social media, start scrolling. If you're just unconsciously scrolling, you're most likely going to be landing on a bunch of nonsense throughout the day, especially starting your morning. And so what I do is I start my morning out with, I want to hear something about money. I want to hear something about business, just something that is going to pique my interest about growing financially. And so those are just some of the habits that I'm doing. And I just wanted to share that with you because I've been getting some DMs about, hey, what are some of your habits you're changing? Hey, Matt, I'll be back probably November or December. What I'm doing right now, I'm waiting until I get the next 2 sets of reusable sanitary pads. And then I'm going to bust down to Botswana. I think I'm going to go straight into my own because I'm going to be donating those to some of the villages in the Delta. And I already have the contact where Pearl, Nature Trends Travel, she's going to be helping me do that. So I'm going to be doing that. I think this Christmas is going to just be part of my humanitarian aid. And that's where I'm just doing charity. So I'm probably going to not only give out the reusable sanitary pads again, I'll probably go to the cash and carries. And hey, how you doing, Rachel? Hey, and also thank you for some of those tips you've been giving on gardening. I do not have a green thumb. You've been helping me out a lot. And so one of the other things I do that I don't really talk about is I'll go to the cash and carries and buy 100 to 200 things in bulk, and then just try to give those out to some of the people in the villages, especially if they're elderly or have young children. So I will be in Botswana then. I might be able to make my way to Gabs. I'm not for sure, but I will let everybody know. But I'm going to end up, if I don't get to go to Gabs, I will be next year. I'm going to set aside about a month or two to just spend time in Botswana, because I am going to work on getting my residency there again. I feel myself. I will be putting back in for the immigrant visa, but I'm going to do it through a lawyer. And that way it should be a lot simpler than what happened last time. So let's get into scroll marked 10. Who is of so little faith that in a moment of great disaster or heartbreak has not called to his God? Who has not cried out when confronted with danger, death, or mystery beyond his normal experience or comprehension? From where has this deep instinct come, which escapes from the mouth of all living creatures in moments of peril? Move your hand in haste before another's eyes, and his eyelids will blink. Tap another on his knee, and his leg will jump. Confront another with dark horror, and his mouth will say, "My God," from the same deep impulse. Now, what this is saying right here is we all have different sets of genes inside of us, but we all also have a common set of genes inside of us. One of those genes is a worship gene. Science has proven this. They've used magnets to actually amplify this worship gene and also gene. So what this is saying is, because we have that worship gene in us, we need to learn how to activate it at our will. We need to start understanding, like, don't just start thinking that you need to go to a higher power when things are bad. Go to a higher power even when things are good, even when things are neutral. Tell that higher power what you want, demand it. And that is our job as a co-creator. We're not a feeble person. We're not weak little creatures. We are powerful beings. We are co-creators. And what that means is, as we're co-creating in these human vessels, we have the ability to operate one of the most powerful things on this planet, which is our bodies. It is a quantum computer. Through quantum computer and using your worship gene, you're able to sync. And what I mean by syncing is you can manifest or attract everything that you want. Everything that you have in your life right now, you're having it because you're vibrating at that frequency. That is where you're in sync. If you want to start attracting different things, you must become in sync with that. And here's a prime example I'm going to share with this. Like, if you are not a drug user, you cannot use drugs. You won't even know where to find drugs. And it can be all around you, and you would not have a clue of how to find it. But if you wanted to become a drug user, you would have to become in sync with that vibration. That vibration most likely is going to be stepping down from where you are. And then you just start staying at that vibration. Me growing up, seeing my uncles using drugs, I really got to see firsthand how Cobus Vice, how you doing, brother? Make sure y'all go follow Cobus. He is one of the best coaches out there in South Africa. Hopefully I will be out there in November to be able to do his fire walk again. And I will definitely be live streaming at this time. But what I was saying, growing up, seeing my uncles using drugs, I saw how they used the law of vibration and attraction to get drugs. They just operated at that frequency. Now, one of my uncles who are not on drugs, he doesn't see those things anymore, even though he lives in a place it's all around. It's because he's no longer on that frequency. And so the same goes for like me. Like when people are like, man, how are you vegan? You don't eat meat. How do you find these restaurants, places to go? It's because I'm vibrating at a certain frequency. So with that frequency, I will find what I need to find wherever I go. This is how it works. This is the real law of the land. Whatever you vibrate at is what you're going to attract to you. This is why I tell a lot of people, be very cautious on what you consume when you first wake up and when you go to sleep. Like, to give you an example, like I used to love the show Snapped. If you're not familiar with Snapped here on the continent, it's a show where it's like couples, and usually the woman end up murdering the husband for some reason. And I used to watch that a lot. But then I started to notice, like at that time, I wasn't trusting Cece a lot. I would be like, wow, what's going on here? And I stopped watching those things. And I started watching more family, wholesome shows at night. And then I started seeing myself becoming more family, wholesome person. I started changing my vibration, my frequency. I wasn't looking for, what kind of things may look suspicious. Like, if you look for suspicion, you're going to find it. You must find what you attract. And so you have to be very cautious of that. And that is pretty much what this is saying. It's saying be cautious on how you vibrate. You need to set your vibration. And when you start your day, and set your vibration when you end your day. Now, if something really, really negative happens during the day, you might need to go and recalibrate your vibration. And how you recalibrate your vibrations by what I like to call going into neutral. I do it through a lot of breath work. If you do, just breathe in real deep, just you take very deep breaths, do three, then do 6, then do 9. 3, 6, 9. The reason why I say use that number, that is the part of the Fibonacci sequence, but that number has more meaning when you're talking about the quantum computer of the body, because the body is a quantum computer. So you need to understand the algorithm of the body. It's the same way as if you want to make some type of program, you need to code it with zeros and ones. But if you don't understand what that code means, you're not going to be able to program it correctly. So like here, this is a binary here, the 0 and 1s. What that means is entheos. Entheos is is what the Greek root of enthusiasm is. Entheos means in God, enjoyment, but in God. And so what this is telling me is a reminder of I am programmed by God to enjoy my life. That is why I have that tattoo there. And so it also is the same way. Like, you need to learn how to program your body. There is a sequence. There is a frequency. There's things that you do. If you look at people like Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison, they were real big on that. Even if you follow people like Billy Carson, like there's a lot of new age thought leaders that are real big on that. If you read books of Dr. Joseph Murphy, he talks about that also through meditation and stuff. This one's The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, but he has a whole other series of books. And mind you, he was a preacher. So if you are Christian, this isn't going to be anything that's against your religious values. And so you can read his books. And he talks about a lot of frequency, breath work, things of that nature. And so you want to learn how to start programming yourself, get into the proper frequency, and be a co-creator. So I'm going to skip around, and Jimmy, what's up, bro? How you been doing, man? How's you and the fam? Are you back in Africa? Santorini, how you doing? I'm surprised all y'all on this early. So then I'm going to switch, and I want you to see what they're saying. I ask not for gold or garments or even opportunities equal to my ability. Instead, guide me that I may acquire ability equal to my opportunities. You have taught the lion and the eagle how to hunt and prosper with teeth and claw. Teach me how to hunt with words and prosper with love, so that I may be a lion among men and an eagle in the marketplace. Help me to remain humble through obstacles and failures, yet hide not from mine eyes the prize that will come with victory. Assign me tasks to which others have failed, yet guide me to pluck the seeds of success from their failures. Confront me with the fears that will temper my spirit, yet endow me with courage to laugh at my misgivings. Now, one thing I want you to understand with those few prayers that I was just reading there, they're all in positive present moment. It's asking for guidance right now. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. It's asking for guidance right now. That is how you properly pray. It needs to be positive, present moment. Don't be like, oh God, I need $300 for Friday. Friday doesn't exist. What is a Friday? That's something that is man-made. When we're speaking on spirit and acting on spirit, we must communicate through spirit. You have to remember we are spiritual beings inhabiting a physical body, this quantum computer. This is not Jason. This is not how I look. I can change this body to accordingly to however I want. Now, some could be through outside modification, but if I just lose weight, I'm going to look completely different. If I gain another 100 pounds, I'm going to look completely different. The human body is not who we are. We are a spirit. We are an entity. We are a true essence child of God. And so you have to start understanding that, especially if you want to start changing your financial literacy to change your financial freedom. This is why this stuff is not taught to us in schools. This is why the whole school system is designed, no matter where you go in the world, to damper us from our spirit. It's to disconnect us. We're supposed to, you got a test on Thursday. You got this on Friday. And then you're studying for something that doesn't exist. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, these days of the week, they're fake. They're man-made. You only have right now. Right now is the only time that we have. Tomorrow isn't promised, and yesterday we can never. Tomorrow's never promised, and yesterday, yeah, man. I don't know why it sounds weird saying yesterday. Yesterday we can never get back, and so what he's saying here is you need to focus on being in the present, positive moment, and being grateful for things that you have, but also understanding the trials, the tribulations that you're going through right now. They're to help guide you to become the better version of yourself. Now, it's hard when you're dealing with money. It's hard. I know it. I'm telling you, it's hard. When I first started to decide that I wanted to get out of payday loans, car title loans, and all of those things, it hurt paying those bills off. And then you just broke for the money. Like, man, I could have just kept that money. It was hard. I'm telling you, because I did it. Even when I first decided to get fully out of debt and pay off all my credit cards, did my debt snowball. And I'm like, bro, you paying thousands and thousands of dollars to nothing. And I'm like, shit, why am I paying this? Like, it hurt. It hurts. I'm telling you, because I've been through it. It hurts. But you have to be positive. It's growing you. It's stretching you to become a better version of yourself. And that's the important part. You have to realize that I'm doing this now. This struggle, this sacrifice is to help me become a better person. So a year from now, 10 years from now, I don't ever have to have these struggles again. And like, that is what it is. That is what it's about. So let me read a little bit more. And then at the end, I'm going to give you a present positive prayer that you can actually use. You can modify it however you want. Assign me tasks to which others have failed, yet guide me to pluck the seeds of success from their failures. Confront me with fears that will temper my spirit, yet endow me with the courage to laugh at my misgivings. Like this right here, this is a very strong one. Start learning from the failures of others. It's not that what someone's doing is not successful. They did not do something properly. They most likely did not keep going. Oh, thank you, Odie. I appreciate that. And so because they did not keep going, they're teaching you a lesson. One of the best ways I can share this with you is network marketing, multi-level marketing. Everybody and their mama will tell you how, it's a scam. It's a pyramid scheme, not realizing a pyramid scheme is a business structure. The same way we have the corporate ladder business structure, there is a pyramid business structure. A pyramid business structure is huge at the bottom level because it gives everybody an opportunity to get in. And then as you go up the levels, it gets smaller, 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 because you have to find where you're comfortable at. Where are you? How much are you willing to sacrifice to succeed? Now, as someone who I did really well in the middle part of that pyramid structure, I was making very good money off of network marketing when I was doing it. I didn't reach the top, but I was making a really good earning off of the middle area. I was bringing in almost $3,000 a month from network marketing when I was in Colombia. And I was pushing Moringa products before Moringa became, the big superfood. People thought I was crazy. People like, dude, what are you talking about? This Moringa, this. Now those same people come to me. Yo, Jason, you remember that Moringa stuff you was telling me about, man? It does this, and this. And I was like, I was like, you remember the thing I sent you that shared that with you? But like, I made good money in network marketing. Every company that I worked in, I made good money. But most people will be like, oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't do this. And you know why it doesn't work or do it for them? The areas where they fail is they listen to people where they're saying, oh, just ask your friends and family. For what? Like, let's be real here. Your friends and family are not going to buy from you. Your friends and family don't believe in you. Even if they say like, oh, I believe in you, even if they want to see you to be successful, they don't believe in you. And the reason being is they have in their mind a picture of who you are. They have an identity of who they believe you are and what you're capable of. They don't know you. The same way with my family, Chef of Expressions, how you doing, brother? Like the same way with my family, even now, my mom like, oh, my baby boy. Guys, I'm 43 years old. I am not a damn baby. But she still sees me in her mind as that little baby. My brother still sees me as, oh, that's my little brother. Like last time I was out, I had to tell him, I'm like, guys, you know, y'all have not seen me in over 10 years. You don't know me. The image and the identity of who you think I am is nothing near who I am. You don't know what I'm capable of. And your friends and family don't know who or what you're capable of. And so because of that, working in network marketing, trying to sell to people who think they know who you are and don't see the hustle that you're doing, the sacrifice you're making, they're not going to believe in you. That is why most people are failures at network marketing and MLMs. They do not go and learn how to sell to the masses. So what I did different was, because I don't like selling and pitching to my family, I went and bought I paid for a business coach. I paid for a business coach for network marketing. He was one of the top earners in North America. And I paid him to be my coach. He's still my coach to this day. I don't use it for network marketing. I use it now for digital marketing. And that's what helped me become successful in it. But then when I look at everybody who tells me like, oh, it doesn't work. I've tried. And I'd be like, what was your strategy? How was you building culture for your team? Anybody that came up under you, they don't have a clue of what I'm talking about. So that means they didn't try. They may have thought in their mind they were trying, but they were not trying. They were wishing. And riches do not respond to wishes, according to Napoleon Hill. And so there's a difference. Like we have to start understanding there's a difference between success and not being successful. They both leave clues in telling you how to do the right thing. And it's our job to start differentiating, okay, this we take out, this is what they didn't do. Let me combine this, and this is what I'm going to do. Even right now, like with me doing these live videos every single day, this is because it's something that reaches success. As I'm rebranding, building myself, rebuilding here in Zambia, starting with my consultation business to where I'm going to be working with companies such as Zambia Airways and things of that nature. This is what I'm doing. This is the hard work. This is the sacrifice that when 3, 4, 5 years from now, and people are like, yo, how did this guy just get so big out here? They're not seeing this work right here that I'm putting in now. I'm sowing the seeds now to reap them later down the line. If you read the book As a Man Thinketh, that is what it's talking about. You have to sow the seeds of success first, and then you reap them when it's time for them to fruit. That is how it works. And so then it says, spare me sufficient days to reach my goals, yet help me to live this day as though it may be my last. Let me reread that. Catch this. Spare me sufficient days to reach my goals, yet help me to live this day right now, right here, right now. Help me to live this day as though it be my last. This is your last day. Once you go to sleep tonight, this day is over. And you don't get a new day until you wake up again. This is your last day. This is what it's saying, present moment. Like you have to understand, like we only have this day. We don't have tomorrow. And this is really hard for native English speakers because English isn't a motherland. It's not a mother tongue. English is a militarized language. English was put together for a very specific reason to keep us out of positive present moment frequency. If you really monitor how you speak in English, you do not talk about right now. Majority of your time, you're speaking about the future or the past, and those don't exist. And so if you actually listen, because I know like for here on TikTok, a few of my brothers and sisters from Africa, if you use your mother tongue, you will start seeing like it doesn't translate equally into English. Like you just loosely translate some things to English, but most of your mother tongue is actually in positive present moment. That is why us as Black Americans, our mother tongues were taken from us because it wanted to make sure we did not have that natural connection to our spiritual powers. This has all been orchestrated. Maybe one day when the Vatican destroyed and we can get into the vaults and see all the books they stole from Alexandria, we'll be able to see this stuff again. But it's all out there. Guide me in my words that they may bear fruit, yet silence me from gossip that none be maligned. Now, what it's saying here is what we speak, we're casting spells. So cast a spell on yourself of positivity, of happiness, health, and wealth. Cast that spell on you. Like so many times, and it's not about the physical speaking, it's more of the internal voice. Most of us are not in connection to how much we speak to ourselves on the inside. And because of that, we're not aware, like within a single day, we usually say at least 2,000 negative things to ourselves every single day. Now compound that. 10 days, that's 20,000. 100 days, that's 200,000 negative things you said to yourself. We haven't even reached a full year yet. Like after you reach a full year, you're almost at over 1 million times you're saying negativity to yourself on a daily basis. You have to start speaking positivity to yourself. Monitor your tongue. It bears fruit. Like most people, and I can say for this one, for my personal self, when I was really, really in my worst physical state, I was always talking bad about how, oh man, I'm fat. Oh man, I'm sick. Oh, I'm lazy. I'm this, I'm this. I am is using God code. As a co-creator, so when we say I am, we're saying one of the most positive prayers we can say. And it's actually a master code for this quantum computer. I am is speaking in a master code. It's like saying, hey, Siri, do blah, 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 blah. You telling Siri what to do. When you say I am, you're telling your body what to do, how to vibrate. And so you want to be cautious of how you're telling yourself. Lie to yourself. If you're telling yourself you're worthless, you can't do this, you're lying. So you might as well lie to yourself in a positive way. Tell yourself, I am great. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am the best in the world. Like tell yourself these things over and over and over again. This is where a lot of guys mess up with stoic. You know, a lot of guys think, oh, being stoic is being an asshole. No, being stoic is controlling how you speak to yourself. I have stoic meditations that I go through. I do those about weekly. And it's telling myself, I am powerful. I am greatness. I am the best in the world. It's not being egocentric or narcissistic. It's being stoic. I start to do this every day. And so, Jimmy, now that you started doing it, do you feel a difference? Have you seen anything change in your life since you started doing it? Like, this is one of the things, like us as Black men, we need to start having these conversations more and more, because a lot of our issues right now is we have misplaced masculinity. We're so focused on being this tough ass. We're so focused on, I need to be a strong man. And the truth is, we need to humble ourselves a little bit more. We need to be a little bit more vulnerable. We need to understand our weaknesses. We need to start really understanding how to increase our spiritual strength. That is something that is very important. Once you get a chance, Jimmy, let me know how it's working out for you. And let me read on. Then it says, discipline me in the habit of trying and trying again, yet show me the way to make use of the law of averages. Favor me with alertness to recognize opportunity, yet endow me with patience, which will concentrate my strength. And the reason why it's saying discipline in the habit of trying, that's saying taking action every single day. You're not going to build your dream life in one day. You're not going to build it in a week. You're not going to build it in a year. You may not even build it in 10 years, but you can build it if you keep going. And the catch is, yes, you keep your mind on the end goal, but what we don't talk about is As you're getting closer and closer to that goal, your life is improving. So most of us, we're focused on like, oh man, I'm not a millionaire this year. I'm gonna just quit. But did you start having a little bit extra more money in your bank? Were you able to do a little bit more things that it brought you enjoyment and excitement? That is what we have to focus on, the little wins right now. The fact that I can, if I don't want to, I don't have to do a damn thing today. I love that. I am excited for that. I'm not a multimillionaire yet. I'm not a billionaire yet, but I have the ability to control my time. I'm grateful for that. Like, do you know how that feels to know that you can do whatever you want to do on your every single day that you wake up? Like, that is a very freeing and beautiful thing. Most of us would cut off an arm or a leg just to experience half a day of being able to do what I want to do. Hey, how's it going, Mr. T? And so like you want to focus on how your life is improving while you still keep your eye on the goal. Most of us have been taught, well, if you haven't reached this goal yet, you're failing. You're not failing. You only fail when you quit. The moment you quit trying to reach your goal each and every day, you're not going to get there. And the reason why I say you're not going to get there is because we haven't been taught when it's talking about the law of averages, it's talking about the law of compounding. As you're doing something to get closer to your goal, you're compounding that momentum and it's just building up. It's building up. What you can do in a year, the following year, you can then do it in maybe 3 months. Then after 2 years, what you have done, you can do in 2 years, you can probably do in 1 month. It compounds. But as we quit also, it compounds negatively. If you stop doing your goal for a week, it may take a month to get back to where you was. If you stop doing it for a month, it may now take a year. A year may take 10 years. That is the same thing. If you look at a lot of people when they have New Year's resolutions around their weight, and they be like, oh, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. They're doing good, but because they're not hitting that number, they're not exactly where they want to be. Oh, I'm going to do a cheat day. I've worked hard. I deserve it. That cheat day becomes a cheat week. That cheat week becomes a cheat month. That cheat months becomes, fuck it, I'll do it next year. It works the same way. That is the law of averages. It's the same as the law of compounding. Things compound positively and things compound negatively for us. So you want to be making sure you're moving towards your goal. And then it says, bathe me in good habits that the bad ones may drown. Yet grant me compassion for weakness in others. Suffer me to know that all things shall pass. Yet help to count my blessings of today. This is really good. Like, you want to develop the good habits. That's why I started out sharing. I've been getting a lot of DMs about, hey, what are some of the habits you're doing? One of the habits I do is I'm making sure that I want to be up before the sunrise. When I'm up before the sunrise, I want to do a prayer. Not only doing a prayer, I want to, and when I say prayer, I'm like, oh God, I'm your humble servant. I don't do that. I have a direct conversation. Hey God, thank you. I am grateful for you letting me wake up today. I'm grateful for the air in my lungs. Thank you for giving me the energy to be able to move. Thank you for allowing me to walk again. Thank you for letting me to understand the knowledge of how to repair this vessel that I am in, to rebuild my temple. That is how I pray. I don't do these getting on my knees and, oh, I'm a lowly worm. Show me no, I'm a co-creator. I'm co-creating my life. And I would really highly recommend you start co-creating your life. You're not weak. You're not a worm. You're not some low animal. You are a co-creator. You are essence, a spirit, a child of God. Use that to your advantage. And then on top of that, then I do a 6 to 20 minute meditation. During that meditation, this is one of my positive present prayers that I do. I am so happy and grateful. I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy. I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy. I say it over and over in my head. I am happy, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy. It puts me into a trance. That is how I do my meditations. And then after that, I do my 100 skips. If you can't see them, but I have my different weighted ropes over here. I do 100 skips with them. 100 skips is not a lot. I used to do 1,000 a day. But guess what? Physically, I'm not where I used to be because things compounded negatively. When I hit deep depression, I stopped doing it. And remember how I tell you, when you negatively compound things, it takes a lot longer to get there. And so because I understand that, I've shortened the goal from 1,000 to 100, but now I'm getting into repetition. I'm building a good habit to drown out the habit of where I didn't skip. It's now to where I'm starting to wake up and I'm thirsty for it. I'm hungry for it. It's like food. It's like water for me. If I don't do my skips, I do not feel complete. That is why you want to start building the good habits. And then the other habit I'm doing is I'm eating raw salad every single day. Yesterday, I just made me a makeshift taco salad with just raw cabbage, onions, I had peppers, tomatoes, and cucumbers in there. I dress it with lemon juice, salt, and pepper. And then I just cooked up some Beyond ground beef, the vegan ground beef. And I just added that to it and I just mixed it in and I would eat it. That was my lunch and dinner all day yesterday. That is building a good habit. And so that is how you want to start building your good habits. It's just a few that I do. What are some that you do? If you're open to sharing them, let us know in the comments so other people can see them. And the reason why I ask for people to share and for you to share is because you never know what you're doing that may help someone else. The biggest problem that we have in this world is we're ashamed of some of the things that we do, where we should be more proud of the things we do, because each and every last one of us have the ability to help the next person. Then it says, expose me to hate so it not be a stranger, yet fill my cup with love to turn strangers into friends. But all these things be only if thy will. I am a small and a lonely grape clutching the vine, yet thou hast made me different from all others. Verily, there must be a special place for me. Guide me, help me, show me the way. Let me become all you planned for me when my seed was planted and selected by you to sprout in the vineyard of the world. Help this humble salesman, guide me, guide. And this is pretty much saying, let go and let God. Stop stressing too much on life. Control the things that you're able to control and forgive the things that you can't. My hardest time doing this was when CC passed away. It was very hard to let go and let God. I kept trying to force it. I was trying to force it. I was like, damn it, I'm trying to give this to you. I can't handle it. I'm giving it to you. You won't take it. And the truth is, and I knew this, force negates. The more you try to force something, the more you're pushing it away. You're not going to get the desired outcome. And so what you actually want to start doing is just relax. You want to relax. You want to calm down. You want to let your mind just go into a very low alpha frequency vibration. If you're not familiar with the tones and frequencies and all that, don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. It's not the most important thing to do. You go into these frequencies naturally when you go to sleep. But what you want to do is just sit back, be comfortable, and relax. Like if you're in a frustrated place right now in your life and you're not where you want to be financially and things of that nature, just relax. Sit back, relax, and just breathe. Focus on your breath. And the reason why you want to focus on your breath is going to let the energy come in and out, in and out, in and out. Once you get a lot of that stagnant energy out of you, you're going to start getting what I like to call downloads. And this is where you start hearing your prayers be answered. Most of us cannot hear our prayers be answered because we are never quiet, still, or silent enough. Most of us are so in a chaotic experience that it stops us. It's actually trying to force ourselves to relax. You can't force yourself to relax. You just tell yourself, hey, let me relax. It's like even here, like times I'm relaxing, like right here on the couch, I'll just sit. What's the word? I'm trying not to. When you grow up using certain words and then those words are kind of offensive. Legs crossed. I guess yogi style is more. I was going to say Indian style, but I don't know if that's offensive or not. So I didn't want to use that. Hey, how you doing, Natasha? Was dealing with setbacks, surgeries, depressions. I'm still speak positive always. Yes. For you, brother, now that you're dealing with surgeries and depressions, one of the things that I would say I would recommend for you to do is just say, I am so happy and grateful for my health. I am so happy and grateful for my health. And the reason why I'm so happy and grateful for my health, you're going to start kickstarting your body to heal. you'll start seeing that you get these downloads that tell you, hey, let me not eat this and let me go eat this. You'll naturally be guided on what you need to do. And they're going to come as like little spark images in the beginning. And what you need to do is write it down. Every time you have those little images come through, just write it down. And the thing about writing it down is that is taking action. As long as you're taking any type of action, it doesn't matter how big or small it is, it's going to start compounding. And as it compounds, like what I like to do when I have a lot of downloads come through, so like this is one of my journals. And what I do whenever I have things like this was on February 19th. I had some downloads come through, so I wrote them down. And what I do after a year or two, whenever I fill it up, I'll go back and look through. And then I'll see like, oh, wait, I've overcame this. I was planting the seed for this. And so just focus on that. But also get yourself in a very relaxed place, because especially once you're having surgeries, just get yourself in a relaxed place. As far as the depression, the fastest way for you to get out of depression is a big blocker of finances, because depression will start compounding financial issues because misery loves company. And one of the best companies for misery is having financial misery. And so with the depression, listen to music or find something that will just make you laugh. It can be slapstick comedy. It can be the craziest things. Sometimes when I'm having real bad depression, I watch the movie White Chicks. It makes me laugh, especially that scene with Terry Crews where he's singing the song in the car. Like that makes me laugh. I also have certain music songs that I listen to kick me out of depression right away. And I'll just keep them on repeat. I even have some songs that put me in a semi-depressed place that I'll listen to on repeat just to let myself feel that emotion. So for you, Jimmy, just figure out which one you need. It may be an emotion that you need to bypass, or it may be an emotion you just need to go to the higher frequency. But if it's an emotion you need to bypass, get yourself in a very, very relaxed situation, whether it's in the bed, on the couch. If you got a big recliner, don't move. Just let people know, hey, guys, I just need a little bit of time to myself right now. And it may just be some emotions you need to go through. The last thing that I did, it was, what was the name of that song? I think it's Frank Ocean, Thinking of You. I think that's the name of the song. And I was listening to it on repeat. It used to make me think about Cece a lot. And it would make me cry. And one day I was fighting it. I was like, dude, clearly I'm resisting here for a reason. I was like, I need to feel these emotions. And I think I listened to it for about 3 or 4 hours on repeat. I didn't have nothing else going on. I just had it on repeat. I just went into a meditative state, which was just relaxing. And I just cried. I cried. I let the tears come out. After about 2.5 hours, I had no more tears to cry. I was like, okay, I'm done. So I listened to it some more just to make sure there wasn't no residuals in there. And then by the time that 3-hour mark hit, I wanted some more uplifting music. Like I had to let a lot of that grief, a lot of that pain just go through. I needed to feel it. And so when you're dealing with depression, just understand sometimes you need to feel it. And then sometimes you need to just raise yourself to the high vibration, but listen to yourself internally to know where you're at. And this is one of the things as guys, we mess up a lot on, man. We are not taught that it's okay to cry. It's okay to express ourselves. It's okay to be in these lower states. Because, there is toxic masculinity and toxic femininity in this world. It's not how people are describing it, but it does exist. Keep it busy learning, e-commerce and day trading, still preparing to move this. Bro, I can't wait till you move out there, man. Just make sure you get everything taken care of in the U.S. because it's a headache if you don't do it from your home country. And definitely keep doing the e-commerce. I would also recommend looking into Bitcoin mining because now they have, they call them lotto miners. See, this is what finance is about. So this is what the lotto miner look like. This one only does about 500 terahash, so it's not very strong. Like this one miner is not going to be able to mine a blockchain, but you can compound them together, get them together, and then it's a easier way to start out financially getting into it. Yeah, you got this, bro. You got this, man. Just keep going. You're doing the right thing. You definitely got this. And so this is the end. We're now ending The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino. I definitely recommend this being a daily reader. If it's just going through one of the scrolls every single day, each chapter is just about 2 pages. Like this isn't a complicated book at all. Also, like I was saying, if you do not have the money to get this book, or you can't find it in your country or your city, you can get it for free on YouTube. Just type in The Greatest Salesman in the World. The audiobook will pull up for you. I listen to it on YouTube all the time. Also, don't let money or any of those things stop you from being able to build the life that you want. This is why financial literacy is very important. Once your level of financial literacy hit a certain point, you will understand how to start taking advantage of free. 99% of the things I do now is free. I do not pay for a lot of things. Only time I do pay for them is when I need the next level stuff that's being added. But most of our success can be built, especially financial freedom, can be built from all the things that are free on the internet right now, especially on YouTube. What we're going to do after this book, I'm going to go into a little bit of the power of your subconscious mind. I believe this is another very important one, because once you start inputting the correct code into your subconscious mind, especially around finances, you will go into autopilot to where you don't even have to think about making certain financial decisions. Like one of the things that when I first started this in 2012, I had wanted to be able to just go into stores and not focus on how much money I have in the bank. I didn't like how I felt. You know, have you ever had that feeling, that vibration where when you're about to pay and you're like, shit, I hope this go through. I don't know if this is gonna bounce. And I didn't like that feeling. Like I used to be really, really scared paying for things. And so like now, like when people see me paying, I'm able to afford it. I don't think about it. I'm not stressed out about it. And I'm usually just in my head saying, man, I'm so happy and grateful that I can do this. I'm so happy and grateful I can purchase this. And that is a very, very much stronger and different vibration than being fearful whenever you're purchasing something. Also, one of the other things I started doing subconsciously, what I inputted in my mind was, I don't spend money, I invest. So everything that I do is about an investment. When I pay my cell phone bill, I'm investing in Airtel. When I purchase these techno phones, I'm investing in Infinix. Everything I'm doing is about, I'm investing, because that vibration is a lot different than as if you're just giving something out. When you're investing, you're expecting a return of interest. And so that's one of the things that I wanted to a few years ago to put in my mind. And after I put them in, I'm seeing the benefits of actually doing it. And so I would highly recommend that. So that's why we're going to go into the power of your subconscious mind. And then I'm still looking for Psycho-Cybernetics. That is a really great book on building your self-image, to help you build your self-image around money and financial freedom. So once I find that book, I might not be able to get it till I go to the essay, but once I find that book, we will be going over that also. It was another great book that will help you really start to understand the psychology of your mind. I know you may be like, Jason, what does psychology have to do with financial independence or freedom? It has everything to do with it. Psychology has advanced way beyond what we've been taught in school and universities, according from the Sigmund Freud model. That is a very obsolete model of psychology. Modern psychology now has caught up to where we can literally build our dream life. And it's a lot easier than most people really think it is once you start using these principles. So like I said earlier, I was going to share with you one of the best ways to actually do a positive present moment prayer. And here we go right now. All you need to do is say, I am so happy and grateful now that, and whatever the thing is that you want. It doesn't matter if you have it or not. One of the things I was doing when I was in Colombia, actually, before Africa was even a thought in my mind, I was saying, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have this many hectares of land, this many acres of land, what I was using. And at that time, I think I was using about 10 acres. And so every single day I would write down 10 times, I am so happy and grateful now that I have 10 acres of land. I am so happy and grateful now that I have 10 acres of land. And so whatever your goal is, whatever the thing is that you want right now, use that in a positive present moment sentence. You can write it down. You can say it to yourself over and over. You can record it on your phone and just listen to it every day. And just start out with, I am so happy and grateful now that, and whatever that goal is that you want. Definitely utilize that. Let me know how it works for you. If you're currently doing it, let me know how it's working for you. And don't be afraid to share in the comments. We all are learning from each other because sharing is the true form of caring. And so I hope you have a great morning. I appreciate you for hopping on here. I will see you tomorrow for tomorrow's money mindset study session, and enjoy your day. And just remember this, I am Jason, and success is simple once you know how. You don't want to end YouTube? There we go.